This man, he deserves to be worshipped. He's God. Now, why is it that Allah mentions Jesus to that extent? Why is it that his mother's name has to be exonerated? That she is a virtuous woman? Why? Can you tell me? Tell me, why? Why so much about Jesus in the Quran and not about Muhammad? Why? Tell me, don't be afraid. Guess. Why? Yes, brother.
Because the Christians have a problem of finding out who Jesus really was.
Anybody else? Why? Jesus, you know, he's the Masih, he gave life to the dead, he did this, he did that, his mother was a wonderful woman, saintly woman. Why? One.
Because there is dispute between Christians.
Yes, my son.
Because the Christians say this is the son of God.
No, you see, there are so many allegations. There are so many allegations about Jesus and his mother, which needs to be clarified. So many charges. That's all right. That's all right. They say, you see, there's a dispute. There has been a dispute about Jesus and his mother. There was no dispute about the parentage of Muhammad. No dispute. There's a dispute about Jesus. So Allah says in Surah Nisa chapter 4 verse 171, Ya Ahlal Kitab, O people of the book, O Jews and Christians, La taghlu fi dinikum, do not go to extremes in your religion. Wala taqulu ala Allahi illa al-haq, and don't say anything about Allah except the truth. Innamal Masih, most certainly the Messiah, translated Christ. Innamal Masih Isa ibn Maryam, Jesus son of Mary, Rasulullah, is the messenger of God. Wa kalimatuhu, and a word proceeding from him. Alqaha ila Maryam wa ruhum minhum, which he bestowed upon Mary, and a spirit proceeding from him. Fa aminu billahi wa rasulihi, so believe in Allah and his messenger. They are going to extremes. One says that because he's got no father, he is the illegitimate child of Mary. Walud zina. Astaghfirullah. This is what they say, the Jews, that he is an illegitimate child. The other says because he's got no father, his father is God. They're both going to extremes. So Allah tells us what is the true position is, that look, he is a true messenger of God. He is the word which Allah bestowed upon Mary. So believe in Allah and his messenger Jesus, that he is a messenger of God. And because there are insinuations, allegations made against Maryam, the Quran comes to absolve her of all those filthy, dirty charges. The Jews, I wouldn't have quoted at all, wallah, what the Jews say. I just said illegitimate. I would not use the other word. But I have with me now an authority, and I'm glad also we are not in the masjid. This is in the precincts of the masjid, but this is the hall. Here is a book written by a leading Christian called Josh McDowell. He is the head of the Campus Crusade. Campus Crusade, universities. He goes to universities and he goes and delivers lectures to them. And according to our friend Shorosh, he says, Campus Crusade for Christ has been raised up with a goal to preach Christ to the whole world by 1988. That's another 6 months time. By then now, they were going to preach Christ to the whole world. That's what God raised up this Campus Crusade for. It says here, Josh McDowell, a graduate of Wheaton College, and Magnum Lodi, graduate of Talbot Theological Seminary, is one of the most popular speakers on college and university campuses today. In the past 10 years, he has spoken to more than 5 million students. Deedat comes nowhere near that. He has to go on TV only to reach millions. Otherwise, very difficult. Few hundred here, few hundred there, 12,000 there. He has spoken to more than 5 million students and faculty at over 550 universities in 53 countries. This mighty man, he says, he wants to prove that Jesus is a historical person. He is no myth. And to prove that, he produces the Jewish Talmud, Jewish religious book. to prove that Jesus is historical. What does he say? This is very interesting. To prove this Jesus is historical, he quotes the Jewish Talmud, religious book of the Jews. It says here, Jesus is referred to as Ben Pandera. In the Jewish Talmud, he is described as Ben Pandera. Ben means son of Pandera. Pandera was a Roman soldier who is alleged to have raped Maryam. And he produced this child. See, Ben Pandera in the Jewish Talmud. Who is talking? This is a Christian missionary talking. If we said this, it calls for murder. Wallah. If we uttered these words, it calls for murder. We should be shot. Anybody talking like this, that, listen. Talmud title referring to Jesus Ben Pandera or Ben Pantere and Jeshu Ben Pandera. Many scholars say Pandera is a play on words, a travesty on the Greek words of virgin, Parthenos and so and so. And on the eve of the Passover, it says, Shimeon bin Azai said concerning Jesus, I found a genealogical roll in Jerusalem wherein was recorded, such an one is a bastard of an adulteress. This guy here is quoting the Jewish Talmud, they're talking about Jesus, that he's a bastard of an adulteress. And again, he's a bastard again. And again, astaghfirullah. To prove what? This is to prove what? Listen. This is proving now to you. These independent accounts, Jewish Talmud, not talking about the Bible now, so the Jewish Talmud says, prove that in ancient times, even the opponents of Christianity never doubted the historicity of Jesus. To prove that he was historical, have to quote the Jewish Talmud to say that Jesus was a bastard, he was a son of this Pandera, Roman soldier who raped Maryam. Now, this is what the Christians stoop down to. You see? That they come down to using the words, quoting the Jewish Talmud, that the Jews say that he is the illegitimate child of Mary. The Christians say, no, he's the son of God. So Allah tells us, no, he's neither this nor that. He is a true messenger of God. He is the Messiah, the Messiah. Love him, respect him, revere him, follow him. But worship is due to God alone. Worship him, the Father in heaven, who is a real God. So, you see, the Christians now, they have developed new techniques in approaching Muslims. This our friend Shorosh, unfortunately, he is still living in the past. See, the Christians had tried, the method that he was trying, they had tried before. Attacking Islam, attacking the Holy Prophet, attacking the Quran. These are old-fashioned ways. They have developed new techniques. The real missionaries now, they have developed new techniques. This is an old-fashioned thing. I think the Arab mentality, I don't know where he got it from Palestine. He's still there, he's living in the past. Shorosh is living in the past. The new techniques are that these people, they come to us now and they want to find common grounds. This common grounds is what Allah tells us to find with them. We haven't done it. Allah says, Qul ya ahlal kitab ta'alaw. Tell them, O people of the book, O Jews and Christians, come, ta'alaw. Ila kalimatin sawa'im baynana wa baynakum. That we come to common terms as between us and you. Let us get onto a common platform. And the terms and conditions of getting together, Allah says, Allah na'budu illallah, that we worship none but Allah, wa la nushrika bihi shay'an, and that we associate no partners with him, wa la yattakhiza ba'duna ba'dan arbaban min dunillah, and that we do not take from among ourselves lords and patrons other than Allah. فَإِن تَوَلَّوْا فَقُلُوا اشْهَدُوا بِأَنَّا مُسْلِمُونَ. But if they turn back, tell them that we are Muslims. We have submitted our wills to the will of Allah. Find common grounds, which we have failed to do. So the Christians, through experience, they learn. Not the Quran, they didn't read the Quran, but it's a natural thing to do. If you want to approach somebody, find in communication, find common grounds. They are trying to find common grounds with us. Look at it. They did it. The language that you love to hear, the language of the Quran, they use that. They want to find easy way of approaching you. Look at this. Look at this book. No greater love. No greater love. Look at the beautiful rose.